Hey everybody! Oh man! Welcome back to another Doki Literature Club video, okay? Man, I am excited, alright? Now, obviously we left off at just Monica being a little odd, I'd say, just a little bit, okay? But you know what, that's nothing to fear, because we're gonna jump back into it, okay? And I don't think that we have time to spare. Okay, everyone. We're all done reading each other's poems, right? I have something extra planned today, so if everyone would come sit at the front of the room. Is this about the festival? Well, sort of. Ugh, do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we could put together anything good in just a few days. Well, we'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with the last-minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? We won't need much more than a few decorations. Sayori has been working on posters, and I've designed some pamphlets we can give out during the event. Okay, that's great and all, but that doesn't tell us what we're exactly going to be doing for the event. Sorry. I thought you heard about it already. We're going to be performing. Performing? Huh? Monica? Yeah, we're going to be having a poetry performance. Each of us are going to choose a poem to recite during the event. But the cool part is, we're also going to let everyone else come up and recite the poems too. Sayori's putting it all on the posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time. Sayori, who's been coloring a poster, holds it up for us to see. Are you kidding me, Monica? You didn't already start putting those posters up, did you? Well, I did. Do you really think it's that bad of an idea? Well, no. It's not a bad idea, but I didn't sign up for this, you know. There's no way I'm going to be performing in front of a group of people like that. I agree with Natsuki. I could never in my life do something like that. Imagining it, Yuri shakes her head in fear. Guys! No, Sayori. I understand where they're coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri have never shared their poems with anyone until just a couple days ago. It's a lot for them to ask and recite their poems out loud to a whole room full of people. I guess I kind of overlooked that. So I'm sorry. But I still think we should give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. If we start the event and each other put on a good performance, then it'll inspire others to do the same. And the more people who perform, the better we'll be able to show everyone what literature is all about. Yeah! It's about expressing your feelings! And my feelings right now is I'm thirsty. Being intimate with yourself, finding new horizons, and having fun. That's right. And it's those reasons that we're all in this club today. Don't you want to share that with others? To inspire them to find the same feeling that brought you here in the first place? I know you do. I know we all do. And if all of it takes is standing in front of a room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then I know you can do it. ... Natsuki and Yuri remain silent. Sayori looks worried. I guess that leaves me no choice. I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think that Sayori and Monica have been trying really hard to get new members. And the least we can do is help them out a little bit. Well, maybe, but it looks like Natsuki doesn't have any arguments left. Okay, fine. I guess I'll just have to get over with it. Alright. Phew. Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri? Yuri dejectedly glances around at everyone else, expectant faces. I guess I don't really have a choice. That's everyone. You're the best, Yuri. This club is seriously going to be the death of me. Oh gosh. You'll be fine, Yuri. Anyway, let's move out onto the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. We're going to practice reciting them in front of each other. No way! Monica! This is too sudden! Well, if you can't recite your poem in front of me, of this club, how do you expect to do it in front of strangers? Oh no. Don't worry. I'll start off to help everyone feel a little more comfortable. Can I go next? Of course. Now let's see. Monica flips through her notebook to a specific poem she has in mind for herself. She then stands behind the podium. The title of this poem is The Way They Fly. Ahem. Monica begins reciting her poem. Her clear, confident voice fills the room. More than that, her inflection is pristine. She knows exactly how to apply emotion behind each line she recites, bringing the words to life. Is this something she's done before, or is it simply natural? I glance around me. Everyone has their eyes on Monica. Sayori, what? Sayori looks amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face that I don't understand. Finally, Monica finishes the recitation. The four of us applaud. Monica takes a breath and smiles. That was so good, Monica! Thank you very much. I was just hoping to set a good example. Are you ready to go next, Sayori? I'll go next. Yuri fired up all of a sudden. Yuri clutches a sheet of paper between her hands and stands up. Keeping her head down, she walks quickly up over to the podium. This poem is called... Yuri anxiously glances at each of us. You can do it, Yuri. Oh, sorry. You can do it, Yuri. It's called After Image of Crimson Eye. Yuri's voice shakes as she starts reading her poem. Just a moment ago, she practically refused to do this. Why is she suddenly putting in so much effort? As Yuri gets past the first couple of lines, her voice changes. It's almost like what happened when Yuri was absorbed into her books. Her quivering words transform into sharp syllables and fierce and confident woman. The poem is full of twists and turns, and its structure that she enthusiates with a perfect timing. This must be a rare glimpse into the whirling fire Yuri keeps concealed inside her head. Suddenly, she's finished. Everyone's stunned. Yuri steps back into reality and glances around her as if bewildered even with herself. It's up to me to save this situation. I'm the first to start applauding. Everyone joins in after me, and we give Yuri the recognition she deserves. It's not that we didn't want to applaud her, but we were caught so off guard we must have forgotten. As we applauded, Yuri holds the poem to her chest and rushes back into her seat. Yuri, that was really good. Thank you for sharing. Looks like Yuri is sat down in the court. Okay, I guess I'm next then. Yuri hops out of her chair and cheerfully walks to the podium. This one's called My Meadow. Sorry, I giggled. Sorry. It's a lot harder than I thought. How did you guys do it so easily? Try not to think of it like you're reciting to other people. Imagine reciting it to yourself, like in front of a mirror or in your own head. It's your poem, so it'll come out the best way. I see. Okay then. Sora begins her poem. Somehow it feels like her soft voice was made as a perfect match. The poem is aimlessly cheery like Sayori is. It's serene and bittersweet. If I were to read this on paper, I probably wouldn't think much of it, but hearing it come from Sayori's voice almost gives it a whole new meaning. Maybe this is what Sayori meant when she said she likes my poems. It's like I get to reach more deeply into someone I thought I knew before and through. Sayori finishes, and we applaud. I did it! Good job, Sayori. Even Sam liked it! I guess it's a good sign. What does that even mean? It came out nicely, Sayori. The atmosphere of the poem fits you really nicely. But it might be that the other poems wouldn't work quite as well with that kind of delivery. I don't really understand. In other words, I've seen poems of yours where this sort of gentle delivery wouldn't work as well. They might need a little more force behind them, depending on what you're reading. Oh, I know what you mean. Well, I've been practicing that kind of thing. It's just embarrassing to do this in front of people and everyone, and then next time, I'm going to make you pick a poem that challenges you a little bit more. We don't have much time before the festival, you know? Okay. Now who's next? Natsuki? Don't make me go before Sane. It's not like I could compare it to you guys anyway. Might as well let Sane lower everyone's standards a little before I have to do it. Natsuki? It's fine. I might as well get it over with. But it's not like I have much of a selection of what to read. I'll just have to go with what I wrote for today. I stand up and step in front of the podium. Everyone has their eyes on me, making me feel terribly awkward. I recite my poem. Since I'm not exactly confident in my own writing, it's hard to put energy into it. Despite that, once I finish, I receive an applause anyway. Sorry, I'm not really good as everyone else. Don't worry about it so much. I think it's less about your abilities and more about your lack of confidence in your writing. That's something that'll improve over time, though. Yeah, maybe. Alright then. That just leaves you, Natsuki. Yeah, I'm going. Natsuki begrudgingly gets out of her seat and makes her way to the podium. This poem is called... Why are you all looking at me? Because you're presenting? Anyway, the poem is called Jump. Natsuki takes a breath. Once she starts reciting the poem, her sour attitude disappears a little. While she's still a little unenthused, her poem has a rhythm and rhyme to it. It's Natsuki's trademark style, and it works surprisingly well when she's spoken out loud. The words feel like they bounce up and down as if giving life to the poem. Natsuki finishes, everyone applauds. She huffs back to her seat. That wasn't so bad, was it? Easy for you to say. You'd better not make me do that again. Well. Do you at least feel prepared enough to recite a poem in front of other people? I mean, doing it in front of other people will be way easier. I can put on whatever face I want to for other people. But when it's just my friends, it's just embarrassing. That's a surprise, Natsuki. I think it would be the other way around for me. Well, that's just how it is, so... Well, in that case, you won't have much to worry about for the festival. That said, I want to thank everyone for coming through. It might be hard, but I hope you all have an idea of what it's like now. Make sure you pick a poem and get through practice before the festival, okay? I'll be making pamphlets, so let's know ahead of time what you'll be reciting. Jeez. I should probably find some other poem to recite instead. That's fine too. It doesn't have to be your own. I'm already pleasantly surprised that you're putting in all this effort for the club. It makes me really happy. Yeah, no problem. Okay, everyone. I think that's about it for today. I know the festival is coming up, but let's try to write poems for tomorrow as well. It's been working out really nicely so far, so I'd like to continue that. As for the festival, we'll finish planning tomorrow, and then we'll have a weekend to prepare. Monday's the big day. I can't wait. I can do this. All right. I stand up. There's no way I'll be able to find the same enthusiasm as Sayori and Monica. But I'll do my best to get through it. If it's for the sake of the club. And impressing Monica. Then I'll have to do my best. Ready to go, Sayori? Yeah! Look at you two. Look at you two. Always going home together like that? It's kind of adorable, isn't it? Jeez, guys. Make such a big deal out of it. It must be a little nice, though. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? It's okay, Sane. You don't have to say it. Whatever. Let's just go. I walk home with Sayori once more. Even though it's only been a few days, a lot of things have already changed. But today, Sayori is being a little quieter than usual on the way home. Hey, Sayori? Sorry, I was spacing out. No wonder. I was thinking about something from earlier. Like how we get to... Sayori fumbles with her words. So, let's say that one day Yuri asked to walk home with you. Huh? What should you do? What kind of question is that? You're kind of putting me on the spot here. I would walk home with Yuri. I would still walk home with Sayori. I feel like this is just like a thing me and Sayori has in common. Like, hey, I always walk around and do that. So, I'm gonna say I would still walk home with Sayori. Sayori, you really think I would ditch you for Yuri? But she's so beautiful and smart. Jeez. I already see her in the club every day. Besides, you always seem so really like going home together. It would just ruin that for you. You're so silly, Sane. You think about me too much sometimes. Yuri would deserve it if she wanted it, so... Sayori, I've already made up my mind. I really can't figure you out sometimes. Sorry. Besides, what's the point in speculating something that's never going to happen? The conversation trails off. It's kind of a weird thing for Sayori to care about so much. But I want to respect her and keep her happy too. Then again, the festival is only a few days away. Who knows what will happen in that time? Alright. Let's see here. I'm gonna say we should go for Sayori again, maybe? I did last time try to go for Yuri, but then Yuri was upset. I don't know. I'm gonna go with Sayori. Let's say Hop. Pure. No. Kiss. No. Charm. Okay. Hurt. Calm. Play. Promise. Death. Joy. Whistle. No. Dark. Lazy. Fear. Nibble. Oh. Lust. Oh, wait a minute. I should have known that was not. Okay, thank you, Yuri, for your, lust. Bliss. Dream. No. Love. Yes. Fun. Yes. Okay, we got most of Sayori. That's good. Oh, man. I'm the last one here again. Don't worry, I just walked in too. Were you practicing piano again? Yeah. You must have a lot of determination. Starting this club and now picking up piano? Well, maybe not determination, but I guess passion? Remember that the club wouldn't be here if it wasn't for all of you. And I'm super happy that you were all willing to help me out for the festival too. I can't wait for the festival! It's gonna be great! Huh? Weren't you complaining about it just yesterday, Natsuki? Well, yeah. I'm not talking about our part of the festival. But it's kind of the day of school where we get to play and eat all kinds of delicious food. You sound a little bit like Sayori all of a sudden. Monica, do they usually have fried squid? Squid? That's a pretty specific thing to look forward to. Oh, come on. Are you saying you don't like squid? You, of all people? Huh? I didn't say I didn't like it. Besides, what do you mean by all of you, or you of all people? Because it's right in your name. Mon-ika. That's not how you say my name at all. Also, that joke makes no sense in translation. Never mind. Let's just focus on our own event for now, okay? What do you mean the joke makes no sense in translation? Fine. Your reactions aren't as fun as Yuri's or Sayori's anyway. Excuse me? Where is Sayori anyway? Oh, there you are. Sayori's sitting at a desk in the corner of the room, looking down at nothing. I walk over to her. Hey, Sayori. I wave my hand in front of her face. You're spacing out again. Sorry. Don't mind me. You can go talk to everyone else. Huh? Is everything alright? Of course. Why wouldn't it be? It just feels like you're a little off. Sorry for assuming things. Jeez, you worry to me. You worry too much about me. I said I'm fine, see? Sayori shows me a big smile. Don't let me distract you from having fun with everyone. Well, alright, if you say so. I worriedly glance at Sayori before turning back towards everyone else. But the conversation has already dispersed, with everyone back at their usual activities. Maybe I should ask Monica if she noticed anything about Sayori recently? Since they've been preparing for the festival, they must be spending a lot of time together. I timidly approach Monica, who is shuffling through some papers at her desk. Sane, what's up? Hey, this might sound a little strange, but have you noticed anything up with Sayori recently? Anything up with her? In what way do you mean? Maybe I'm reading into this a little too much, but she seems a bit downcast today. Oh? You think so? I can't say I've noticed anything about her. Monica peers across the room at Sayori, who is idly dragging and rubbing an eraser up and down her desk. Maybe there's something on her mind. But I'm surprised I'm not the one asking you, Sane. You certainly know her a lot better than I do. Yeah, but she's never really like this. She always talked to me about things that bothered her. But this time, when I asked her, she was really dismissive. Sorry, I know it's not your problem. I just wanted to ask if you knew anything, so I'll drop it now. No. It's important to me too. I mean, I'm also friends with her. And I also care about the well-being of the club members, you know? Maybe I'll try talking to her myself. Are you sure about that? She seemed like she wanted to be left alone. Are you sure? Maybe she just had a hard time bringing it up with a person of interest. Person of interest? What do you mean by that? I'm saying that maybe the thing on her mind is you, Sane. Me? How on earth would you come up with that conclusion? Well, I probably shouldn't say too much. Sora texts you more than anything else, you know? Huh? She's been so much happier ever since you joined the club. It's like an extra light has turned on inside of her. What? No way. Sora's always like that. She's always been full of sunshine. It's not any different now that it has been, like... You're so funny, Sane. Have you thought that maybe you've always seen her as so cheerful? Because that's just how she is when she's around you? I said too much. I'm sorry. What do I know anyway? I didn't mean to jump to conclusions, so you should just forget about what I said. I'll try to talk to her, so try not to think about it for now. Alright. Monica smiles meaningfully. I know she said to forget about it, but I already know that I won't be able to get her words out of my head. Monica stands up from her desk and walks across the room where Sayori is sitting. I watch her kneel down next to Sayori and gently talk to her. But she's keeping her voice so... What? But she's keeping her voice so quiet that I can't hear her from here. I sigh and sit by myself. I know Sayori told me not to worry about her and have fun with everyone else. But that's impossible to do when she's behaving like this. Exactly how do I care about her when I'm letting this weight me down so much? Now it feels like I'm the one behaving out of the ordinary. But there's nothing I can do besides wait for Monica. Why does it feel like I'm being watched? I glance around the room. Suddenly I notice Yuri peering at me from over her book. But she looks away just as quickly with a flustered look on her face. I realize that she won't get anywhere like this. I've never really seen Yuri approach anyone or start a conversation on her own accord. So I have no choice but to approach her myself. By now it's a little easier for me to do that. I stand up from my desk and sit in one next to her own. I didn't mean to bother you or anything. Relax, you didn't do anything. But I could tell you wanted to be alone with your thoughts. Alone with my thoughts? How are you even to tell that what I was thinking like that? Well, it's something that I do a lot. So it wasn't hard for me to spot based on your posture and expression. Not that I was staring or anything. I didn't do anything creepy like that. In any case, I guess you were right. I'm sorry if I caused you any concern. Don't apologize. Apologize? Your troubles are the only concern of those who are willing to share in concern. Of course, there's a certainty that those who find most comfort in keeping to themselves. But if you'd prefer to share what's on your mind, then I would be glad to listen. It's really not that big of a deal. It was just feeling a bit uneasy about Sayori. Sayori? Yeah, she seems a bit off today. But when I asked her about it, she didn't want to admit it to me. So I can't help but wonder if something happened to her. Oh, that's quite romantic. Huh? Sorry, I didn't mean to say anything stupid. It's not that, I just didn't want you to misunderstand. Sayori and I have just been friends for a long time, that's all. I see. Then perhaps it's unusual for her to be dismissive to you about her feelings. Or maybe I'm just reading into it a little too much. Sane? The world is full of meaning, often hidden deep beneath the plane of sight. And there are many untold mysteries behind every person, no matter how well you know them. So you think that there might be something behind it all after? I think that Sayori is a very complex person. Her mannerisms on the outside don't always match what they are going on in her head. And she may not always know what she wants. I noticed her strange behavior today too, and I also feel a concern for her. But in your case, it looked like she was fully occupying your thoughts, wasn't she? Well, I guess that was the case. Sayori surely means a lot to you, doesn't she? I guess? But you don't need to put it in that way. We're just good friends, that's all. Yuri suddenly looks deeply into my eyes. Her expression is gentle and curious, as if she was searching for something. Embarrassed, I avert my eyes. Sometimes, a person's mysteries are untold even to themselves. And you, as someone honest and caring, may uncover feelings you weren't aware were in you. That is, I think that she would be a very fortunate person to have you feel that way about her. Yuri, you're giving me too much credit. I'm a pretty simple guy, so I think I'm pretty good at understanding my own feelings. I'm not nearly as sophisticated as you. That's not a compliment, is it? It is what it is. It is what it is. Anyway, as long as we're here, why don't we do some reading? Well, as long as you're okay with it. Yeah. I should be taking my mind off this whole thing anyway. ... Okay, everyone. After some time passes, Monica calls out the club room. Monica calls out the club room. She didn't say that. I just... Why don't we share our poems now? Before I know it, everything is back to normal. Everyone goes to retrieve their poems, and as do I. I make eye contact with Monica, and she smiles at me. I wonder what she's talking about with Sayori. Alright. Sayori, we gotta talk. ... Talk to me. I love you. Please. This is your best one so far. It really, really nice, Zane. Thanks. Sorry, you've been a little quiet today. Is everything alright? Huh? Of course! Everything is fine! Maybe I'm just a little tired today. Do you want to nap or something? No, that's silly. Don't worry about me, okay? I only want to see smiles on your faces. Well, alright. Hey, Zane? I'm still a little surprised. I really thought that you would try writing your poems like the way Yuri does. Or even Natsuki. But in the end, yeah, I guess you're the one who likes this one the most. Why? You don't want to get closer with everyone else? Wait! Of course I do. But that doesn't mean I need to try so hard to impress them. I still understand you the most, Sayori. I know you have sometimes put up with me, and I have to sometimes put up with you. But we have a wavelength or something, and this is how the poem came out. Sometimes it feels like you're the only exciting thing in my life. So sometimes it's just easier to write when thinking about you. Sayori? No! Zane, I don't deserve this. You're too nice to me. Why are you doing this? Sayori has troubles keeping her voice steady all of a sudden. If you had fun with everyone else instead, this would be so much easier. Sayori? I glance around the room to make sure nobody has noticed this. Sayori, I probably never said this before, but I don't understand what you're feeling right now. Tell me what will cheer you up. Sayori shakes her head. She sniffles and keeps shaking her head. Finally, she gathers herself and puts on a smile. It's nothing, Zane. It's just a little rain cloud. I'm sorry you had to see that. I promise it won't happen again. Sorry. Just smiles for everyone, okay? That's all that matters. Go play with everyone else. I'm gonna go home for a little bit early today. Sorry. Tell Monica I wasn't feeling well, okay? I'll see you tomorrow. Before I can say anything else, Sorry cheerfully walks out of the classroom, humming to herself. That makes me sad. Oh, that's like so sad. Like, being sad and then not expressing yourself, you know? It's always best to express yourself, especially when you're feeling a certain way, to somebody or even yourself, you know? And I just wanted to put that there. So, it's... This one's alright. Alright? Well, yeah. It doesn't blow me away. but there's nothing I really hate about it. It's just not really my style. I mean, that's fine. Come to think of it, this kind of reminds me of Sayori's poem from yesterday. You think so? Well, yeah. I guess if you've been friends with her for so long, you might have the same wavelength. But you never really struck me as her type. Sayori has a type all of a sudden? Well, I don't know. But honestly, how could someone so fluffy spend so much time with someone like you? It's like dragging around a dead weight. That was a little unnecessary. But think of it this way. If it weren't for me, she'd probably just fly away like letting go of a balloon. You could say we take care of each other in our own way. Whatever it is, I don't get it. Oh yeah, I guess I'm supposed to show you my poem. Here. I'll be your beach. Your mind is so full of troubles and fears that diminish your wonder over the years. But today, have a special place, a beach for us to go. A shore reaching beyond your sight, a sea that sparkles with brilliant light. The walls in your mind will melt away before the sunny glow. I'll be the beach that washes your worries away. I'll be the beach that you daydream about each day. I'll be the beach that makes your heart leap in a way. Leap in a way you thought had left you long ago. Let's bury your heavy thoughts in a pile of sand, bathe in sunbeams and hold my hand. Wash your insecurities in the salty sea and let me see you shine. Let's have your memories in a footprint trail, set you free in the windy sail, and remember the reasons you're wonderful when you press your lips to mine. I'll be the beach that washes your worries away. I'll be the beach that you daydream about each day. I'll be the beach that makes your heart leap in a way you thought that had left you long ago. But if you let me by your side, your own beach, your own escape, you'll learn to love yourself again. Oh, nice. That's pretty good. Yeah. I felt like writing about negative things, so try something with a nice message for once. Besides, the beach is awesome. Kinda hard to write anything negative about the beach. So, you decided to write about the beach first, and came up with the message later? Yeah, well, it's only because of what happened yesterday. I mean, after Yuri and I realized we kind of wrote about the same thing, she wanted to pick up a topic for both of us to write about, or whatever. Ugh, you could really see her doing that too. Making us write about a simple topic, then trying to impress me by coming up with something all fancy. Well, it's not like I care. I just did it anyway. I mean, I guess mine ended up being kind of metaphorical too, but there's nothing wrong with doing that once in a while. At very least, I was good practice. Sorry, it was good practice. Well done, Saint. You definitely improved your writing over the course of these few days. Has my advice been helpful to you? Yeah, definitely. I'm glad. Sharing your writing like this, it's a lot more fun and rewarding than I anticipated. I need to remember to thank Monica. I think we all felt a little awkward at first, but now it seems like everyone is enjoying sharing their writing and seeing what others think. I guess I can't really disagree. I was afraid this whole thing would be a chore, but it's a great way for me to spend some personal time with all these girls in the club. But it's been fun getting to know everyone and their writing. I guess doing something writing myself? Well, have you learned anything about yourself, Saint? Well, you know how I like to say that writing's a very personal way to get in touch with yourself. In the end, it doesn't matter if you're a good writer or a bad writer. And even my opinions are just opinions, you know? As always, I believe that most important is exploring and discovering yourself. That's comforting. I'm kind of afraid of disappointing you in some way or another. Huh? Why me? Well, you're always sophisticated with your writing and have the most advice to share. Is that so? Yuri thinks for a good minute. That must be terrible. For me to have become someone whose opinion is fearsome? How unlikable of me. Yuri, it's not as bad as you're making it sound in your head. I just meant that I respect your opinion. I see. I'm sorry that I always overthink and come to sorts of conclusions. I'm just a little too used to it. Overthinking? Being disliked. Yuri? What am I saying? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to bring that up. Let's move on. Alright. Do you want to share your poem now? Okay. Here. Whew! A beach! There's 2 beaches. Hold on. I can't read. Oh, God. A marvel millions of years in the making, where the womb of the earth chaotically meets the surface. Under a clear blue sky, an expanse of bliss, but underneath gray rolling clouds, an endless enigma. The easiest world to get lost in is one where everything can be found. One can only build a sandcastle where the sand is wet, but there is the sand is wet, and the tide comes, will it gently lick at your foundations until you've given in? Or will a sudden wave send you crashing down in a blink of an eye? Either way, the outcome is the same, yet we still build sandcastles. I stand where the foam wraps around my ankles, where my toes squish into the sand. The salty air is therapeutic. The breeze is gentle yet powerful. I sink my toes into the ultimate boundary line, tempted by my foamy tendrils, turn back and abandon the piece of road at the shore. Drift forward and I turn my earth forevermore. I'm aware that the beach is kind of insane thing to write about, but I did my best to make a metaphorical approach to it. Yeah, Natsuki already told me about it. She did? She didn't say anything weird, did she? She just wanted us to write about the same topic again. I suppose to better compare the differences in our writing styles and of thought processes. Anyway, it was her idea. Knowing her, it's no surprise that she'd do something like that. She probably just wants to show off. It's not like I have a particular interest in her writing style. I just went through her request, but, well, I suppose it's not so bad to write about something simple on occasion. It can be refreshing, you know? It's good for me to call my thoughts once in a while. Yeah, I think I agree. Thanks for sharing. Monica. Hi, Sane. Have you thought about what you want to submit or perform at the festival? Well, being in this club is one thing, but performing in front of a bunch of people, I'll have to give it some more thought. Okay, no pressure. But whatever you do, I'm sure it'll turn out great. It would also make me happy to see. Anyway, let's take a look at today's poem. Sure. I let Monica take the poem I'm holding in my hands. It's pretty good. It makes me think of Sayori, like the other one from yesterday. You two are like a dynamic duo. That's kind of exaggerating it. Yeah, probably. But you do spend a lot of time with her, even in the club, don't you? Then again, I don't blame you for being a little shy. I'm not shy, it's just... I'm just teasing. I know it takes a bit of my time to make friends with everyone, but Yuri and Natsuki are super interesting people, so don't be afraid to give them their share of time. And you can talk to me every now and then, too. I'm not, like, unapproachable or anything, am I? No, it's nothing like that. I'm just still getting used to being here, that's all. Yeah. I'm sorry if I was putting pressure on you or something. I really didn't mean it like that. No, don't worry. I get what you're saying. Well, alright. Anyway, I'll share my poem with you now, alright? Alright. The Lady Who Knows Everything. An old tale tells of a lady who wanders Earth. The lady who knows everything. a beautiful lady who has found every answer, all meaning, all purpose, in all that was ever sought. And here I am, a feather, lost adrift the sky, victim of currents of mind. Day after day I search with little hope, knowing legends don't exist. But then all else has failed me. When all others have turned away, the legend is all that remains, the last dim star gleaming in the timid sky. Until one day, the wind erases to blow. I fall, and I fall and fall and fall even more, gentle as a feather, a dry quill, expressionless. But a hand catches me between the thumb and forefinger, the hand of a beautiful lady. A look at her eyes and find no end to her gaze. The lady who knows everything, knows what I am thinking. Before I can speak, she responds in a hollow voice. I have found every answer, all of which amount to nothing. There is no meaning, there is no purpose, and we seek only the impossible. I am not your legend does not exist. And with a breath, she blows me back afloat, and I pick up a gust of wind. You know, I feel like learning and looking for answers are sorts of things that give life meaning. Not to get too philosophical or anything, but it was kind of on my mind, so that's what I wrote about. I see. Never really put much thought into it. In a way, it's almost paradoxical, because if we had all the answers, wouldn't the world start to lose its meaning? You know, there's one thing I noticed. It seems like everyone in the club prefers writing about things that are more sad than happy. Are you surprised? I mean, if everything was okay, we wouldn't really have anything to write about, would we? Humans are two-dimensional creatures. Yes, we are two-dimensional creatures. I think you'd know better than anyone. You mean one-dimensional. Yeah, that. Okay, Monica. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of today. Are you ever too shy to share your writing because you're afraid it's not that good? It can be really disheartening to get a lukewarm response to something you put so much time into. But if you find other people who enjoy writing, then sharing becomes a lot easier, because instead of just telling you that your writing is good or okay or bad, they'll want to focus more on everything that went into it, and the things you can work on, and the things you work on. It's much more encouraging that way, and it'll make you want to continue improving. It's almost like having your own little literature club, don't you think? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Okay, you three. We're all done sharing poems, right? Why don't we start figuring out... Hold on a second. Is this just me, or did you say something strange just now? Huh? Something did sound a bit unusual. That's right. You deviated from your unusual catchphrase when addressing the club. Catchphrase? I don't have a catchphrase.
Jeez, why is the mood so weird today? Look, even Yuri is immune to it.
You... Stagnating in air is common for foreshadowing that something terrible is about to happen.
In your books, maybe?
Look, the only thing different is that Suri isn't here. Ah, it seems you're right. Suri helps lighten the mood a little bit, doesn't she? It's almost like everyone's balance is thrown off a little when she's not around.
Where the heck did she run off to anyway? I thought she just went to pee.
Natsuki, please show some decency.
Oh, come on!
She actually wasn't feeling so well and went home early. Is that so? I hope she's alright.
Seriously? Of all the times to not go home with her, you picked the time she's not feeling well? So much for you two being lovey-dovey.
No! First of all, stop misunderstanding my friendship with Sayori. And second, she's kind of been avoiding me today, so I didn't want to force it.
Oh. That curious expression coming from Yuri of all people.
Calm
down, guys. I talked to her earlier and everything is fine.
What did she say?
Anyway, we need to figure out the rest of the festival preparation, so let's decide on what everyone will be doing this weekend.
I already know what I'm doing.
That's right. Natsuki will be making cupcakes, but we might need a lot of them and different flavors. Can you handle that all by yourself?
Challenge accepted.
And as for myself, I'm going to be printing and then assembling all the poetry pamphlets. Suri will be helping me design them. And as for Yuri, you can, guys, can you help me come up with something for Yuri? I'm useless. No, that's not it at all. You're the most talented person here, you know. Now Natsuki's pouting too.
Jeez, even I can tell now. I guess I never gave Suri enough credit, but I can tell things are harder when she's not around.
That may be the case. But if I can also be the leader on my own, then I won't grow as a person. So Yuri, you have a beautiful handwriting, you know. So you should make banners and decorations to help set the atmosphere. Atmosphere? About that, I love atmosphere.
Yuri's expression suddenly changes as she stares at her desk and focuses starts nodding to herself. Your mind is already racing, I see.
That's great. You'll be wonderful help, Yuri. But anyway, that just leaves you sane.
The one who's truly useless.
Don't say that. In fact, both Natsuki and Yuri have some pretty heavy tasks to handle. It would probably go a long way to give one of them a hand. You could always help now as well. I would be really appreciative of that. Is Monica suggesting I spend a weekend with one of my club members?
How on earth are they going to respond to a suggestion like that?
I suppose I wouldn't mind a bit of help.
Well, even if you don't know how to bake, there's always some dirty work I could give to you. It's not like Monica's going to give me a choice, and you shouldn't be sitting on your butt anyway. Now, Suki tries to mumble a bunch of excuses like that.
If I recall, Natsuki, you mentioned that you would like to handle baking on your own. Sane may not like to be around if you only make him to be a nuisance. So therefore, he may be more suited to be assisting with decorations.
Hold on, I never said that. How hard could it be to make a few decorations anyway? Sounds more like you're making an excuse for saying to...
What are you saying? It would be extremely miraculous work.
And baking isn't? Just what do you think?
Guys, let's settle down for a moment. In the end, I think it's up to Sane to decide how he'd like to contribute. Besides, he hasn't really gotten the chance to spend any time with me yet, you know? So I'm sure he'd be interested in...
You literally just said...
I'm surprised as well. Sorry. I wasn't just saying, though.
Jeez. Can we just settle this already?
Yeah. Sane, are you okay with this, right? In the end, it's up to you. Of course. Very well. In that case, everyone looks straight at me.
Not gonna lie. This is the first chance I get to talk to Monica or hang out. And the first chance, well, not first, but a very important chance to talk to Sayori. I want to try Monica. You know what? We remember exactly what they said before, right? That we always need choices, so let's try Monica. Well, I guess I should probably help Monica.
Yay, you picked me.
Hold on a second.
Yeah.
Monica, you're the one who needs the least help out of all of us.
But, I agree with Natsuki. Not only is your work already more suitable for one person, but you already have Sayori as well.
But Sane was the one who, that doesn't matter. You were the one who scared him into picking you in the first place. You're the club president, Monica. You're supposed to make responsible decisions for the club.
Monica, you shouldn't let any ulterior motives interfere with the decision.
Ulterior motives?
What are you saying, Yuri? In fact, it sounds like you guys are the ones with ulterior motives.
Excuse me?
Otherwise, this wouldn't have been made in such a big deal in the first place. That's completely false, Monica.
Yeah, we have a lot of work to do, you know? We don't do as good a job as you make us work alone.
Maybe that's true. Think of the club, Monica. If we want our event to succeed, then we need to appropriately distribute our resources.
So are you going to do the right thing, President?
Okay. I get it. It's technically the most logical for Shane to help one of you two. So, I guess that's what we'll do. So do you have a perfect say?
Sayori! I mean, if it's going to be anyone, then I'm helping Sayori. I mean, we're already neighbors and...
But Monica said
Sayori was helping her!
Jeez.
Do you really hate us that much? No!
Sorry, I didn't mean this to be so difficult. Just think of the club, okay?
Well, I tried. Who? You know what? We're gonna save this here. It's been fun. We're gonna leave this decision for next episode, actually. So, you know what? I don't know. What do you think? Should it be Yuri or Natsuki? I don't know. I will say part of me wants to see Natsuki because I never really got to before. But I also like Yuri. I may be a little biased. But anyway, I'll figure that out next episode, okay? So don't worry about it. It's all gonna be fine. And I'll see you guys next time. Whoa!